Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm just on here. I thought I'd go live. I ain't been live in a minute. I made a video in a minute. As you can see, I don't have a camera person this time, so I had to improvise and do what I could. So today I'm just gonna be on here. I'm gonna make a few shirts. So my niece and nephew are in town, and by the way, I made this shirt. Never forget, for all y'all old school people out there that know about the VHS VCR, the floppy disk with the computer cassette tape. VCR? Yeah, this before your time. You don't know what a VCR is. You know what a DVD player is? Yeah. That's my nephew talking in the background. He's so smart. So yeah, my niece and nephew in town, and I thought I'd make them a T-shirt while they here. It's something you can put a VHS tape in and you can watch it. Oh. A movie, but you watch movies on. Oh. Oh. So these shirts are pretty small. So what I did, I'm not really good with the measuring tape. So what I did, I just laid my transfer paper on top of these, just to pretty much see like what size it would be on the shirt, if it would fill the whole shirt. That's pretty much what I was going for. So what I'm gonna do, I'm using light color transfers. I got the Jet Pro Soft Stretch. Last week I made a few shirts. I went back home to visit my family, and I made a few shirts. I made well, I don't have them with me because I gave them away, but this design I had been working on, I had made 3 shirts for them, but I didn't do a video for it. So this time I'm gonna be making shirts for my niece and nephew, and I think I made like 2 other shirts, but I didn't do videos to those because that way I cut them. Well, my wife cut them and she ain't cut them good, so you can still see like some of the white background on it. But I got my Jet Pro soft stretch in the mail, and it was pretty cheap, probably about 2 weeks ago. And I would say it's some pretty good. I like it for white material. I think it's a good transfer to everybody out there that's into using transfer paper. I think it's a pretty good transfer paper. Long as you cut it around the image. And me myself, I like to do a cold peel so I can have like a glossy feel to the shirt. Kind of like a 3D effect, if you would say. Um, I like that better than the matte finish when you do a hot peel. I don't. It's to me, it's kind of rough on the shirt. I don't like the way it looks. That's just my opinion. But so yeah, I had got my soft stretch. I think I probably paid like $10. Let me see. So I paid $15.89. $15.89. That was for it was free shipping. Free shipping. I paid $15.89 for it, and I got like 25 um sheets of transfer paper in it. So I think that's a pretty good deal because I paid $15 for a pack of dark transfer paper, and you only get 5 in there for the prints up to 11 by 10, but you can have it cut for the people out there that's like me that can only print up to 8.5 by 11. So I have mine cut, so then I end up with 10 sheets instead of 5. So I feel like I got a pretty good deal on this Jet Pro Soft Stretch. So right now what I'm gonna do, this is just some clip art I downloaded offline. It's a Spider-Man I'm gonna do for my nephew. And yeah, I see I got keys here, so my table pretty junky. So I'm not gonna use my table in the background for nothing. And for my niece, I'm gonna make her a T-shirt with JoJo CY in it. That's what she likes. So once I did my print, uh, well, I learned my lesson about far as ink. Like I use an inkjet printer, and so I had got some. Let me make sure my settings is right. So this Jet Pro soft stretch, it says for you to I already got my heat press set on the settings that it's gonna go on. This is my heat press right here. So I'm using promo heat. I haven't had any issues with it. It's digital. It's a timer. You see it come with I forgot what that's called. I'm not a pro with it. I'm just, starting out learning new stuff, and I just really been using transfer paper. I haven't got into the vinyl yet. But I'm looking to get into it. I gotta get me a cutting machine so I can cut instead of using scissors. So I can cut out my images so they'll look more professional when I start making sales. So says it's supposed to be heated at 380 degrees for 25 seconds. So right now I'm just letting my machine heat up. It's at 335, 336 in 25 seconds. So I'm just pretty much waiting on my machine to heat. And then you guys can see my whole process of how I like to do my heat transfers. I know just starting out, me going to the stores. We got a store here that I like to go to get my T-shirts. Kind of in like it's not, well, they kind of give you like a wholesale deal, but I mean, you can't get them in bulk, so it's really not wholesale, but it is a store here like that I'm gonna end up getting like T-shirts in bulk from. They give you a wholesale price. But they don't sell kid shirts, but it is a store here that I like to go get like most of my stuff from, called Spectrum. And say hey, Carter.
Hi.
You can't see yourself, you gotta come over here. Don't get too close because it's hot. Say hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
But I know going there, a lot of people talk bad about heat transfer. A lot of people out here that's doing T-shirts don't like to use transfer papers. But I mean, when you just starting out, you learning, it's something good to get into. What?
I want you to make a Google account because Deja once again forgot her password.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm busy, so you're gonna have to wait. Okay, I'm on a live video right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So can I just play it, and then when you're done with your stuff, just come let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Because I want to download a game.
See, these kids, they don't make these kids like they used to. They want you to set up Google accounts for them and stuff. Y'all hear that? So right now, my machine is pretty much all the way heated up. So I think since I got to cut out the other one, what I'm going to do the one for the JoJo CY first. And I just want to make sure I'm not putting them on the wrong T-shirts. So, okay. So I'm going to put y'all around this way so y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright, so you see I got my T-shirt on here. It's pretty small. So, as you can see, it printed out pretty big. I want to fill up the whole shirt. I just want to make sure I got my shirt on here even. And I'm just going to place it where I think that it looks perfect lined up. Let's see. got my Teflon sheet. This is actually a Teflon sheet that came with my machine. And like I said, I'm gonna do mine for I'm gonna do mine on the cold peel, and while I'm waiting, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this out. I'm not a real good cutter, that's why I said I need to get that cutting machine. For all my lifters out there, it's pretty hard out here for us trying to cut out these images, so that cut machine will come in handy. Huh? I'm just gonna lay my shirt here and let it cool off before I peel it. I'm gonna go ahead and lay my other shirt down and get it ready. While as I'm cutting. So this one's kind of wrinkled, so I'm gonna do like 5 seconds and knock the wrinkles out. Your back is hot. Hot, burn. You see your shirt I'm making for you?
Nope.
Yeah, this for you. Like I said, y'all see how I'm struggling with this.
What do you do this shit? What do you do this shit?
I'm cutting out a t-shirt for you. I'm gonna make you a t-shirt.
T-shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Yay, t-shirt.
Yay, t-shirt.
Yay, t-shirt.
So this right here is something that you will really need a
t-shirt
cutting machine for, because
what is t-shirt?
this is very tedious. Because you don't want to have too much of the white background when you play with it. You look like you want to play with it. You don't want to have too much of a white background, you know, hanging out. So I'm just going to place this. You see the way it's shaped, it is kind of, so it's kind of iffy how you would, how he's positioned. You don't want it to be crooked. I guess I would. How is his legs? I guess I would put it here. Your back is hot.
What's Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
So this feels pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and peel it.
Yeah, me too. It's ready.
It's ready?
Yep.
Well, Carter says it's ready, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your back is hot. Your back. Get back, Carter. So I can't peel and hold at the same time.
is so pretty.
So I couldn't peel and hold it at the same time, but this is what it looks like. And I like the way it feels. I like the feel of the cold peel. To me, it's just like I just like the smoothness of it. So there you have it. Anybody that's doing like learning, I like heat transfer because you can do like a lot of pictures, like your own original pictures. You can do a lot of RIP shirts, family reunion. It's just so much you can do with heat transfer. So I personally don't know. This is how the t-shirt turned out for my niece. I personally don't know why a lot of people that do have t-shirt businesses and make custom t-shirts are so opposed to using heat transfers. I mean, this is Jet Pro soft stretch, and you want to give it a little stretch as well, so when you wash it, you don't get the cracking. And you don't lesson that I learned with this Jet Pro soft stretch, I kind of messed up my Teflon sheet. It's not like when you're doing a dark transfer print, how you can go back over it to give it a gloss and make sure the ink stays in the shirt. Once you do the peel with this, you can't go back over it with the Teflon sheet because then the ink will stick to the Teflon sheet because there's nothing covered unless you put parchment paper over it and then do a Teflon sheet. So if you want to, keep your Teflon sheets nice and clean. But I think all in all, it turned out pretty good. Um, I would say I'm proud of it. It's pretty nice. This is what I was gonna say earlier. You can see the little puppy dogs. So I bought some. I had bought some refurbished ink, trying to be cheap and save money on Amazon, and the ink really wasn't a good ink. So don't ever do that. Always buy your ink brand new. That way you don't have a problem with your colors printing out colors that they supposed to be. Because you don't want to have any issues with customers not being satisfied. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel off this Spider-Man and see how it turned out. It's pretty feels pretty cool. I'm gonna give it a little stretch. And this is what the Spider-Man turned out. So I really wasn't sure how this was gonna turn out because just the way it was shaped and the way his legs are turned, I didn't know how it was gonna look. But it turned out pretty good, I would say. And this is Jet Pro Soft Stretch for light color garments. Any questions? Put in the comment below. Like, follow, subscribe. And this is Snaps and Tees. And I'm out.